Have you ever been called a chicken before running away from doing something that requires bravery? Well, don't worry about it because joke's on them. Chickens are pretty brave in reality and almost never shy away from a good fight. Today, we'll set all the stereotypes aside and see for ourselves just how wild these delicious birds can really be when they have to be. Welcome to Animals Wild TV. Let's get started. Now, chickens are pretty small when compared to cows, are they not? But what they lack in size, they do make up in having a big heart. This rooster is both outnumbered as well as outmatched when it comes to size, but still, look at this guy go. Every time a cow comes close to him, he immediately puffs up and goes straight in for a kill. I wouldn't blame these cows either, because have you ever seen an angry chicken? Be glad if you haven't. Anyway, last I recalled, there were several fighting styles dedicated to animals. We had the crane, the tiger, the mantis, the snake, and the monkey styles. Speaking of which, these cranes picked on the wrong rooster and are about to be introduced to a new style of fighting. Chicken style. Watch that crane jump all over the place even though he has the high ground. Well, sorta. After starting it all and getting pushed around by this rooster, these cranes walk away as if nothing has happened. Walk away, Jeff. Save the last of our self-respect. Here, this rooster crosses paths with one of the deadliest animals on the planet. Enemy spotted. A snake can strike and probably choke the living seeds out of any chicken it might grab onto. However, chickens can be pretty resilient too, as this rooster shows us. The slithery serpent tries its best to intimidate him, but he is not feeling any of it and just remains cautious and pretty casual around it. The snake takes off, but the rooster isn't done yet. Even though he doesn't attack it, the rooster follows it around, making the snake afraid of him instead. These are some reverse psychology tactics right here, people. If there is one bird that is just as crazy as the roosters themselves, the goose is definitely the one. A full-on fight-to-the-death type scenario unfolds as a rooster and a goose start throwing punches at each other. Well, technically wings, not punches, but you get the memo. These guys are running all over the yard and both of them are in no mood of giving up the fight. Eventually, the size of the goose tips the scales and the rooster has had enough and lets go of the pursuit, giving the goose feeding rights with the ladies. Keeping cats and chickens together is not really the best of ideas, and here's why. The cat walks right up to the young rooster and starts swinging for no apparent reason. The rooster, on the other hand, was quick to react and answers back with a swift kick first. This goes on and off again and again, but the cat keeps coming back for more. After a good spanking, the cat finally gives up and minds its own business for once. Good game, guys, good game. GG's, GG's. We all know how annoying crows can be with the picky and almost childlike behaviors. With their constant callings and persistence to not leave until you lose your mind. The same experience was shared with the mother chicken that was having a nice time with the babies until a crow came a little too close for comfort. Trapped in the same cage as an angry mother chicken, it couldn't have made a bigger mistake. She is ruthless with her attacks and does not miss any chance she gets to remind the crow to never mess with her again. Lesson learned. Speaking of mothers taking care of unwanted guests, this one sets the bar a little bit higher. The crow was something less of a threat, but this time, it's an eagle. These guys are much bigger and more powerful than chickens, with their giant claws and beaks to overpower anything. But an exception is witnessed when an angry mother comes into the mix. She had the eagle backed up the wall this whole time and did not give it a single opportunity to fight back. Now that's what I call a one-sided fight. Keeping your chickens outside while you live around a forest can end up costing you greatly if you're not careful. The pen is about to get a sly visitor that nobody was expecting. A fox comes running right on as fast as a bullet and goes straight for the white hen. The big daddy rooster of the flock immediately comes to the rescue and saves his beloved from the grips of the fox. I'm telling you, putting a chicken up against a honey badger might be something incredible. In this royal rumble, a duck and a rooster trade blows from the get-go. Neither one is in any mood to back down as they peck, kick, and punch each other with their wings. The fight goes mostly in the favor of the duck, but that's because the rooster is not really fighting back and gets tag-teamed as well. I call it cheating on behalf of the duck. The rooster tanks through the situation and still manages to stand his ground right up to the point where the duck gets tired. What a mad lad. It really looks like chickens like to pick on animals that are about 100 times their own size and weight. First the cows, and now a poor horse. It doesn't feel like being in the same place as this horse. One kick and that rooster is going to turn into a chicken Big Mac instantly. Impressively, it manages to dodge all of the kicks. Imagine the horror this poor horse is going through.
Get me out, oh God, please save me.
Ah yes, the turkey. The absolute rival of chickens when it comes to being alive or when being served on the dinner table. These two birds are trying to intimidate one another for God knows what reason, and the rooster is definitely on the offensive side of the fight. I guess they're fighting because the loser gets to be cooked tonight and the winner gets to live another day. Ding dong goes the dinner bell. A cheeky lizard thought, maybe I'm small enough to not get detected by the chicken, and tried to grab hold of a chick that's 3 times its own size. Why would you miscalculate on such a big scale? The chicken wrecks the living bejesus out of the little guy and makes sure that he does not ever pick on her kids ever again. And how, you ask? Well, probably by eating him. Next up, we have this rooster that seems to be pecking on freshly thrown seed from the ground. A few mice take advantage of the moment and start shoveling these seeds into their mouths too. Both the hens and this rooster won't tolerate this behavior and drive the little critters back to the dark holes from where they came. Fun fact, chickens are also known to eat small mice. Now there's a hard pill to swallow. Things start to go vertical when this squirrel annoys the rooster that happens to live here. These guys are playing Ring Around the Rosie by going around and around the tree. Looks like the rooster is pretty possessive about his grass because as soon as the squirrel comes down, he just chases it back up. Reminds me of my neighborhood Karen, weirdly enough.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
In this battle of the birds, it's all about agility versus beauty. And I don't think beauty can be used as a weapon. Unless you're Scarlett Johansson, of course. Wink, wink. This peacock is having a really bad day because it messed with the wrong chicken this time. The rooster does not care how big his opponent is. He is absolutely running this fight. What chickens lack in beauty sure make up in the way they fight, don't they? Alright guys, this marks the end of the video. I hope you like what you saw, so do smash that like button and subscribe while you're at it. All this chicken talk is making me feel pretty hungry for some wings. Wings. We'll see you in the next one, and as always, thanks for watching, and take care.